Still nasty cold Austria to my friends in Canada and the United States. So welcome to another late night with Pat and Pierre. How you doing, fellas?
I've never been better.
I'm good. I was spending a lot of time last week stateside, so back north of the border now.
Yeah.
Leon was staying at Chez Pierre.
What did you like most? Frank Pepe's?
We did Frank Pepe's, but I don't know if you had the other side. I actually
He did. No, he had pizza.
Oh,
my parents'
okay.
pizza. Yeah. Pat, you had pizza at my parents' house, right?
Yeah. This was the pizza where they called this sexy lady called you honey every second.
That's right. Pat took me to pick up the pizza, or I drove and we picked up the pizza.
All right. So hot take for me. I believe that Greek style pizza to be better than Frank Pepe's.
What? You sure? Have you also been to J. Timothy's?
No,
that's on the next one.
Next trip I gotta take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're here too, Pat. You, Julia, we'll get Leon down here.
So there's two dates I'm eyeing. So early April, the Blue Jays open the season against the Yankees at Yankees, but the Islanders play the Blackhawks April 1st. So Bedard hopefully gets to play the Islanders. So that's the kind of time I'm aiming, and then again 1 month directly after for the TUSA 1 year anniversary celebration.
You know, I just realized my T-shirt is almost like it matches the theme of the show, right?
Yeah,
got a little moon up there and stuff. Like it's like it's my late night with Pat and Pierre T-shirt fits the theme. For us, it's late night, right? But for Pat, this is like fucking super early morning.
Yeah, but that's good. That's good to change the rhythm again. I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Well, we're in for a good show today. We're going to have a ton of previews and whatnot. So without further ado, why don't we hit that countdown?
Yeah, let's do that. I got you.
Welcome to another episode of Late Night with Pat and Pierre, episode number 12, with our dear friend Leon Chen in the top and my dear friend Pierre, of course. So
Pat, like Leon on top? So what you're saying is you're a bottom? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just watched the fucking screen. So
Pat,
my God.
Well, Pat's the bottom, I guess, everybody.
Yo.
Oh my God, Jesus.
All right, well, I gotta wake you up. You just woke up, so I've been awake since 5 a.m. yesterday. For you, it'd be 5. Well, no, it'd be like 11 a.m. yesterday. I've been awake since then. So, yeah, but I guess So Pat, why don't we start? I guess we can start by showing our hats, right?
Yes. Should I start? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got the Ghost Rider from the Binghamton Rumble Ponies in a more like a biker made hat in waxed cotton canvas, All-Star Game side patch, all metallic, and a flat baddie, good gray, white guts. Coming soon at Topperzstore in Europe.
You need to send me one of those.
Of course.
You haven't sent me a hat, and I send you hats. I send you every hat we make. You can't send me one of your fucking hats from Europe?
Yeah. One day, we are in trouble because we are sending so much hats back and forth that someone might ask what's going on with these guys.
We'll just make some shit up. All right. You ready? Ready to see this fucking gem? Look at this thing.
That's so great. So great.
So the Wolf Pack. What's up, Vito? Be capping. Nice to see you. Look at this, man.
Hey, and Wolfpack officials, watch closely. You need something like that in your team store.
Right. For Christ's sakes. We wanted that team store. It was more like a team tent inside. Yeah. There was nothing in it.
There was just one hat when this was garbage. It was like, I don't know, a no-name hat from I don't know where, a dead hat. It was garbage.
Well, and then Pat, you went up to the young man working behind the counter and he almost snickered at you as you asked him about the hat selection.
Yeah, he was upset. He was upset. It was like, oh yeah.
For sure. So, Liam, we can go to the normal view now. You don't you can naturally just move out of that. I don't like seeing myself big for that long. And I'm a bottom as well. So, what we're going to do today, right? We're going to have multiple things going on. So we have some topics to go over, and we're going to sprinkle in some previews. So we're going to show off everything that came in the latest shipment. Now, Pat and I are going to do this every time a shipment comes in. We're going to figure out how to do this, right?
Yes.
Because we know you guys love this. Now, I will have some standalone videos. I did film a standalone video with Leon earlier around the mascots, right? But there's a lot of other stuff to show. So, you guys ready to get started?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Let's get into it first. So, we're going to start with this first. So please ignore the little thumbnail at the top there. We were supposed to do this last week, but we had to move it for some unforeseen circumstances. So we had to move it to this week. But this hat is going to be dropping in stream. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is what we've dubbed the bearskin. So it's full brown suede. I'm gonna have Pat show it in a second, right? Mm-hmm. But this thing is fucking amazing and it fits great. So for me, my favorite of the suede is the brown. So Leon, if we can enlarge Pat's gonna show it off.
Yeah. So this is absolute amazing. And we're very sad about the Bears who had to give their life for this fantastic hat. But yeah, it was like every one of these bears is taken down by hand, so it was a fair fight, you know.
Pat held him while I punched the bear in the face.
Exactly, and then I struggled him, I don't know how to say, but this is a really good hat, and I love that material. It's so super soft, and it's really really good, and the metallics in the front are amazing.
You know what I just realized, Pat, is your hand and my hand may be the most famous hands in the hat world.
Yeah.
They may be.
One guy wrote me one day, why you have such nice nails? And I was thinking, oh my God, I've never worked.
Oh God. Well, Jesus. That's when I hit the block button. That's when it's getting a little too wild.
So just that you can see it from inside too. It looks like this.
Yeah, so this one will be dropping at some point during the stream, but you guys will get a heads up. Mm-hmm. And hopefully Hat Crawler might be asleep, so he may not get the notification out there, so you guys get a good jump start. We'll see. All right, so that's the hat that's dropping tonight. Now we just got to get you up to speed on a couple of pre-orders. So the first pre-order that we're going to talk about here is the NFL Draft Day pre-order. So the NFL Draft Day pre-order will go on. Pat and I decided to keep it on for another week. Another week, right, Pat?
Yep.
Until Friday. So, Thursday night. So next Thursday night, this is going to be done. So mark your calendars. Make sure this is not one, guys, where we're going to order extras. Like we're just going to order whatever was pre-order. We're just going to order and move on with our life. We're not going to do a lot of extras here. So you have to lock in if you want these. So again, if you're not aware, the Bears is Brian Urlacher. You got Jason Taylor from the Dolphins. You've got Ray Lewis from the Baltimore Ravens and Dwight Freeney from the Indianapolis Colts. Now, just a little precursor here to kind of get you guys up to speed on what's going to happen next with the NFL. Pat and I will be creating another phase of draft caps, and we're going to try to hit as many teams as we possibly can. And our anticipated date for those is going to be like August, like a little bit before, just ready for NFL season.
Yep.
And there's going to be a lot of other NFL stuff that Pat and I do in preparation for the NFL season. Right, Pat?
Yes, exactly.
The only two are not great. I'm not going to do any more Falcons hats, though, because that's Pat's team.
I That's the reason why we do it before the season starts, because then everybody's excited about their team, especially me and the Falcons, because the second or third round, it's not anymore.
Yeah. Well, listen, so these will be up until next Thursday night. So you'll get a warning from both Pat and I. I'll definitely be warning everyone on Views from the Vaults account, on my personal account. So we'll make sure that you guys are kind of giving a heads up, but just be ready for that date. Now, the pre-order that went up today at noon were the two Otani inspired Dodger caps, the kanjis. So these things look just fucking amazing. So if you don't know, like, these things in hand are absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm starting to hear rumblings and people get a little upset. Oh, they don't have enough. They never have enough. I just got to say this out loud. Pat and I were on a call today, and for Pat yesterday, but for me it was earlier today. And we're dedicated to increasing quantities and continue to increase quantities to meet demand, because we want people to have them in hand right away. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to be perfect, but I do want to share, and Pat's been doing this longer than I have in terms of ordering hats and stuff, but we're in a different market right now, and I'm sitting there trying to figure out which one's going to blow up and which one's not. And it's hard, man. I'm going to be honest with you. It's hard to figure out which one's going to really go nuts, and we're finding out that almost everything's going nuts. So we got to increase some quantities there. And Alvin, shout out to the Philippines. Love having you here. Thank you. Our international presence is felt. Yeah. So this one will be up for pre-order for a while here. We haven't defined the end date just yet, but this one I wouldn't expect to be up for very long. So lock yours in as soon as you can. Now, I see some comments in there too around pre-order dates. Pre-order dates, you guys got to understand, we don't get updates. So as soon as they arrive, I'm going to tell you this: the last ones that arrived, I shipped them out same day. So as soon as they hit our warehouse, I'm sending them out. The Freddy hat we're still waiting on. So if you had a pre-order that had the Freddy hat in it, you're waiting. Oh shoot, I'm locked out here. I gotta come back. So Pat, can you take over for a minute?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so regarding the pre-order, I think those kanji ones will also be until next Friday, because we then always order them. And regarding that, what Pierre said regarding the delivery date. So what we always doing is we estimate the delivery date, because that's the estimated delivery date that we are getting from New Era. But during the process of the production and until it arrives, so we don't get any updates, So it's not like that they say, oh, now the hats have been produced, now they are on the ship, now they have arrived, I don't know, in Los Angeles or somewhere else. So it's like more that we got an estimated date and it should arrive on the estimated date. And like 85% of the time it arrives on the estimated date, 5% of the times it arrives earlier. And like 10% of the time, it arrives a little bit late, because you never know what's happening in the sea from China or Bangladesh to the United States. And this is how it is, right? But what Pierre said, and this is what's always Topperzstore first rule: when those hats arrive, they ship out next day or same day, right? So this is how we do it, because we want that you guys get your hands on the hat as soon as possible.
Yeah, and just to add a little bit more light on that, when you guys kind of think about like what Pat just said about next day or same day, I went to the point of the guy, our FedEx driver, went to high school with me. Believe it or not, isn't that fucking crazy? Like, cool. He went to high school with me, the FedEx driver, and we call him to have him come even earlier when I know there's a shipment coming, to get as early as possible. That way we can try to get out same day. So. Understand, we're not in the business of scamming people. Like, you're going to get your hats. We just got to, sometimes it just gets delayed or something happens there. So the Freddy hat is on the way. And once that comes in, that's going to kind of get us completely current for the most part. And you guys will see. You're going to love it when you get them in hand. So these are the pre-orders. And now we're going to jump into some topics, right?
First topic, as we were missing, there have been 4 inductees into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Pierre correctly guessed Adrian Beltre first ballot Hall of Famer. I believe I had Helton, so 1 for 1. Jim Leland, and the surprise to a lot of people was Joe Mauer was the first ballot Hall of Famer. Actually, let me correct myself. Todd Helton was not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
It's, no. It took
Beltre and Mauer, yes.
He put on a lot of weight, too.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like he was waiting around a long time to get to the Hall of Fame. He did not look like he was in prime physical condition, that's for sure. But Helton was – I didn't think Helton – for me, Helton was definitely aided by the thin air of Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like that, do you, Leon?
No, I mean, it's not his fault where he was drafted and spent his whole career.
No, but
I see your point.
He certainly benefited from it. So definitely benefited from it. Adrian Beltre is probably a top 10 third baseman of all time. Highly underrated. And Mauer, interestingly enough, he's one of the best hitting catchers we've seen, right? In terms of like batting average and on base percentage is really, really fantastic. Jim Leland, you're not really going to managers. We're not really, I mean, we weren't really guessing on managers. I don't think that wasn't in the cards, but yeah, right. So he's a 277 away hitter, but batting average is somewhat bullshit. So like, I would look at all of his splits to get a better feel for it. Like I'd like to know his on base percentage away from Colorado. But Pat, we're going to go through the 2025 first time Hall of Fame candidates, and we're going to guess. Are they who's going to the Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Fame, and then maybe in the future. Would you like me to start? Or
yeah. So I think we talked before. I think we have the same need the same picture.
Yeah. So for me, CC's getting in.
Yeah.
Ichiro is getting in for sure. Pedroia, if he didn't have that injury that really hampered the end of his career, but I don't see Pedroia getting in.
No, I don't think so.
Felix Hernandez, interesting case. That guy was extremely dominant. He came into the league, I think, when he was 19 too. He was dominant, really young. But then you saw his ERA, everything started to drop as his career went on.
Yeah.
I think Felix Hernandez is going to get in there later. These other guys are never getting in.
You think so? So, Pat, we got you on for CC and Ichiro.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to do Ichiro, and I don't think Felix gets in on the first shot, but I'm with you, Pierre. I think he gets in eventually. So I'm gonna push.
You don't think CC Sabathia is getting in?
I think he will get in. I don't think he'll get in on the first ballot.
Oh, Sabathia's first ballot.
So I'll do small one for CC as well.
So, wow, you only think one's getting in first ballot?
Is it rare for pitchers to get in first ballot, or is it?
Felix Hernandez, you didn't put a small American flag. I said he's going to get in later.
Oh, I'll do that.
Don't you think? Yeah, maybe Pedroia later. Nah, I don't think it's enough for Pedroia, right?
Pedroia,
it's sad.
Pedroia, listen, if he was on pace to be a 3,000 hit guy and stuff, but his injury hampered him. You know what? Can we do one thing really quick? And Leon, if we can just make the notables, let's get the other one off of there and make the notables bigger for people to see. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Let's make this notable one bigger, and then we can move those flags back just so people can see it. And then
live show right now.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. I think people appreciate being able to see it.
Yeah. So we'll go here.
Let me see.
Now, I got CC and Ichiro first ballot. I don't think those are. I know, Leon, your question, CC has a first ballot, but that's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he's not going to have like 90% of the vote, but he's getting in.
Mm-hmm. What do they need? 75 to get in?
I believe. Is it 70 or 75?
I want to say 75. It could be 70. And then you got to keep a certain to stay on, right? If you're under 5.
Do this for the sake of this, right? I want to pull up 2 people's listen, Ichiro is it's no fucking question. I mean, that guy, if you take his hits from Japan and the United States, is fucking this guy is
might be the best hitter ever.
He's one of the best ever. Ichiro is one of the best ever. And he was a fucking tremendous fielder. So like that guy is, there's no doubt. But let's pull up CC Sabathia's stats and let's pull up Felix Hernandez's stats.
Sure. So we got CC here. Cy Young, World Series, 6-time All-Star.
Now he's MVP. In first ballot. First ballot, no doubt. He has over 3,000 strikeouts, 250 wins, and he was creeping into the era when wins were not as easy to come by. This guy's first ballot Hall of Famer. There's no doubt, Leon. You might want to make your Canadian flag big. There's zero doubt that's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm changing mine. This guy is not going to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm taking my flag off.
All right. Mm-hmm. Didn't he win a Cy Young with like a 500 record? He was like one of the first.
He was, because he got. Who cares about wins and losses? Because it was
Seattle was so bad.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at that right now. This guy's not a Hall of Famer.
2-time ERA title, Cy Young.
But the Harold Baines effect has really watered down the Hall of Fame. It's turned the Hall of Fame into like it's a lot easier to get into. Harold Baines is the guy that fucking ruined the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
No, look back though. Look back. Look at it. This guy had some super dominant seasons. Super dominant.
Yeah. His arm fell off towards the end, which is unfortunate. Mm-hmm. CC in the playoffs, though, he was an animal. That year, Milwaukee acquired him. He went crazy down the stretch.
Felix was great at the beginning of his career, and then it's not. But his peak wasn't like Pedro Martinez, Sandy Koufax peak. So, like, to me, if you're going to get into the Hall of Fame with a very short peak, it better be like, I'm talking like 2 flat ERA, that sort of stuff.
Would you think Lincecum had a better peak? He might have had a better peak, but a shorter peak.
Yes, but Lincecum, what he has going for him is postseason pedigree. Mm-hmm. Lincecum was unstoppable in the postseason.
Yeah,
and he was no fucking chump at the plate either, if you remember.
Yeah,
Lincecum
multiple no hitters too.
Let's pull up one more player. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Let's pull up Dustin Pedroia and take a look. I think Pedroia had probably like 2,200 hits. That's just a guess.
No, it was
not even only 1,800 hits. Nah, this guy's not getting in either. Nah, he ain't getting in. No. Yeah.
Do the Red Sox do like a Ring of Honor type thing?
He's probably already
Ring
in
of
there.
Excellence. Yeah,
he's probably in there.
No,
he won't get his number retired there. I don't think. I don't know, man. Dustin's not getting in, though. Unfortunately, the injuries hampered him. I will tell you one interesting thing about Dustin Pedroia, right? I remember his rookie year with Terry Francona as the manager. And I can remember swearing at the TV wanting Francona to just get rid of this fucking kid because he was batting like 140, and it was for a long period of time, his rookie year. And Francona taught me a valuable lesson about not giving up on some of these fucking guys and people in general, because he stuck with them. And this guy became a linchpin in that lineup for many years. And I don't know if you ever heard that thing where they were wondering why they did this thing with David Ortiz, and David Ortiz, they were talking about Dustin. They said, Dustin. And he said, "Who's Dustin?"
Yeah.
He didn't even realize Dustin Pedroia's name was Dustin. He thought it was Petey. And Pedroia was not a dirtbag, Raymond. Where are you coming up with that?
You guys have any thoughts about Johan Santana?
Santana had a great peak too.
He was probably the best. Him and Kershaw were like fighting each other for like the best pitcher in the league for over like 5 years. It feels like.
Johan had probably the best changeup I've ever seen from a left-hander. It was fucking insane.
His fall off though was very swift and fast though. That's the problem. As soon as he hit the Mets, he kind of just lost it.
Oh, Raymond, I know what you mean. You're talking like a Trot Nixon type of dirtbag. I get it. My fault. All right. You guys ready to move on to the next topic? Or is it we showing hats? What are we doing next?
We can do hats.
We'll hit play. Let's see what we had lined up.
Oh, the Philly. So the Philly City Connect was potentially leaked via eBay yesterday. They didn't do any favors because the jersey looks really ugly.
Seems not to be a good day for Philadelphia, like it stated out bottom left.
Temperature, right?
No, he's saying good day, Philadelphia.
Oh, I see. I thought he was talking about the temperature.
You know what I don't get? I don't get why this is becoming a trend of this faded color stuff. I hate this. It's like they did it also on the Atlanta Falcons jerseys like 3 years ago with this fade from black to red or something like that. I don't know. Why are you doing that?
Look at the numbers too. They got like this like fake wave.
Yeah, but there's one thing you like here, Leon, right? There's one thing you love about this jersey, right?
Me? Are you gonna say the yellow?
Yeah. No, the love right, patch.
Pop of yellow. Little pop of yellow.
It's like neon yellow.
Yeah.
Leon yellow.
You know what's interesting about this, Pat? It's almost a perfect match to our Late Night with Pat and Pierre logo.
It does.
Yeah, it does. Sure. I mean, are you mad about the script?
If the script is pretty ugly.
Really? Yeah, if you do it on the right color, it might not be that bad. What most annoys me is like this faded color.
Yeah, that gradient look.
Yeah, the gradient look. Yeah.
I think the script will work well on a hat. It fills a hat nicely, not really a jersey nicely.
Yeah.
I don't think I want it on either.
There's going to be a lot of teams doing like getting their first.
At least those guys in San Diego can now celebrate because they don't have the ugliest jersey anymore.
Oh, that San Diego one is. Let's do a poll though.
That San Diego one is really heavy. I mean,
I think this might be worse, Pat. Right?
Yeah. I mean, the first time I saw this was on MLB The Show, and it destroyed nearly my TV. It was crazy because the colors are so bright.
I like this whole thought, but I like these city jerseys, but I don't like the execution of a lot of them now.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the hats you could potentially make. So normally you get a hat logo, a jersey script, and a side patch. What could you make with this jersey script and side? Look at the side patch.
You know what I would do? Go ahead, Pat.
No, sorry. You know what's also weird? Look at the Philly. Why do they split the eye in the middle and it's not centered? Look at this.
Right. No, you're right. Like it naturally, because there's 6 characters, they could have easily made this perfectly centered where it's not in the seam.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, it is centered. It is centered. It is centered.
It is?
Yeah. It is centered as a whole, but it's not centered with in the middle of the gap. Yeah. It's because the L's are so wide, I guess.
Yeah. No. It's dead center, right?
Mm.
Yeah, it is dead center because look where the buttons are. The buttons would be the dead center of the jersey.
Yeah.
So it's dead center.
Yeah. It looks weird.
Oh yeah, you're right.
What I would do with this, I would take that Philly and then I'd put it in its classic colors. The old school like cardinal and powder blue.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the L Bell VE?
No, it's fucking stupid. No, I don't like this.
So what's the reason for the color?
Yeah. God,
I have no clue. But there's so much history in Philadelphia. Wasn't it one of the first like colonies and stuff?
I think wasn't it the first capital of the United States?
Might have been, yeah. You got Benjamin Franklin.
Ben Franklin was there.
Yeah. There's so many things.
What president was Ben Franklin, Leon?
Benjamin Franklin. I don't believe he was one.
He wasn't a president. Good
yes.
job, buddy. Good job, buddy. Look at the Canadian learning the American history.
Look at that. Trick
A lot of
question.
Americans are fucking idiots, man. If you tell them, hey, which I think like second or third, I don't know. Like, it's the city flag colors. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
Hey,
yeah.
There we go. Put that comment up here.
The mortician is back.
Just so you know, Pat, Snap is an absolute jerk, right? And called Eric. He said Eric looks like a mortician.
What's a mortician?
You met Eric.
Well, what's mortician? Is it like a
mortician's like a guy that works in a funeral parlor? That
okay, yeah. This was thinking. Nah, Eric. Nah, he's not.
Man. Fucking Snap, right?
And he still has to remember when I'm coming back the next time we go to the brewery.
That's right. That's right. All right, cool. So let's get them looking at some hats here. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
What are we starting? We're starting with plain Janes.
Plain Janes. Let me get this off the screen.
So we broke this up into 3 different. I'm waiting for Leon to fix the profile here. So 3 different sections here. So first we're going to go through the plain Janes, right? Then we're going to do mascots, and then a little bit later we're going to do everything else. So let's start with the plain Janes. So, Pat and I want to create something a little bit more run of the mill and clean, right, Pat? What are you laughing at, Pat?
Snap is at Golden Corral. I mean, this what he posted there, it was, oh my god, it looked so ugly, the fucking food there. It's so crazy.
No. We ain't, Pat, when you come to the States, man, we ain't going to no Golden Corral. No. So these so basically we wanted to spice up some plain Janes, and we're going to have some core plain Janes as well. So we're going to get into all that right now, but let's start with the shiny ones.
Yeah.
So the first one is the Texas Rangers.
So we wanted to bring back classic plain Janes, but with a touch, like the satin brim, the metallics.
This thing is beautiful. So that's the Texas Rangers. Now, I see some Mets fans in the comments, and I know Pat. We all know Pat's a raging Mets fan, so let's take a look at Mr. Met.
Yeah, this is our year, guys. What should I say? Come on. This is our year.
I just wanted to get a good look at that.
This is the best way to start off the season, guys, to buy a golden Mr. Met.
There you go. You're in first place right now, Pat.
Oh, yes, sir.
Nice and clean.
Yes.
This one I just showed on the Instagram today. This does not have a satin brim, but we blinged out. Look at this.
Yep.
This might be my favorite. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But the next one is one we haven't shown yet. So those were all the chrome ones, but we did one other Seattle that I think you guys are gonna like.
Yeah, this got the satin brim, right?
Got that navy blue satin brim, gray under visor. You got that freshwater crown colorway.
Look, black guts.
Yeah, saw you black gutters there. There you go. All right. So fucking bothering me about it. There it goes. Eat your heart out. Eat your hearts out. Black guts. Look at this shit. Yeah. I don't like black guts, but we did it for you. All right. This is beautiful, though. Listen, when you see this one on, too, you're like, holy shit. Now, those are just like the regular, those are the ones that we spiced up a bit, right? But Pat and I are developing an always never out of stock program. And the first 4 pieces for that never out of stock program are going to be these plain Janes in wool. Now, listen, this stuff is not meant to be like, oh my God, hype. I need to get to the fucking website right now. These are the kinds of hats you need to have. Like, these are the ones that are never going to be out of stock. You come on the site, it's going to be there. That's what we're focused on with these. Now, you got to give us a little bit of time to ramp up with that. But right now, that's what you're going to see. So these are 100% wool, gray bottom, beautiful, nice and clean. That's the White Sox. If you don't have this fucking hat already, I'm not really certain what you're doing in life. Everybody, excluding Cubs fans, need to have this hat. Period.
Yep.
I don't know if I have that as a gray bottom. Plain Jane.
You fucking. What?
I'm putting it on the list.
Oh my god. I'm
Next
disappointed.
The regular
have it with side patches though.
Regular classic LA Dodgers.
Yep.
White button. Boom,
Get
boom,
the
boom.
authentic.
Yep. And I saw someone ask about the A's. Well, the A's made it in our first phase of never out of stock. I'm telling you right now, what I love about these hats, right? And I'm going to show you the fourth one. And this is only phase one of our never out of stock program, but this hat, like, so easy to wear. Perfect. No no New Year flag on this one. Super clean.
Mm-hmm. Great hats.
Great hats. So that concludes the plain Jane portion. I hope you guys like it. There's gonna be more to come. And I guess with that, Leon, we can move on to the next thing.
All right, let's do that. So now we'll get into this section of the show, which is the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Leon, you did pretty well. I don't remember you being 11-1, but
I was. We deleted the proof, but
I picked with my heart. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I'm watching the Super Bowl this year. Staying up the whole night to see Taylor Swift and Usher, I'm not sure.
No. I can't. Taylor, do you see the videos? Have you seen any recent videos of Usher trying to dance?
No.
Don't look for them.
No? Is he gone? Is he game over?
It's there's another I don't know if anyone else has seen this, but Madonna, you got to go look up Madonna.
Yeah.
Her most recent concerts. She's in her 60s and she's dancing like she's trying to dance like she's 19. And it's like it is fucking embarrassing.
I mean the best Super Bowl experience was like when I saw overweight 50 Cent dropping down from the bottom, and it was this was crazy.
Leon, can I ask a question? Is it possible to pull up the video of Madonna dancing? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure it's possible.
While Pat and I are deliberating whether or not we're going to pick San Francisco or Kansas City. Who are you picking though, Pat? You got?
Yeah, I got the 49ers.
See, I've been picking with my heart the whole time, right? Because there's certain teams I wanted to see. I didn't want to see this matchup. I wanted to see something.
Yeah, but remember when we texted? I mean, I was not expecting that Baltimore loses like this, but they were too dumb to win that fucking game. They were too dumb.
They were. Listen,
like, this guy hurt his own hand, and then he got so selfish because he wanted to get the fucking touchdown. It's so crazy.
That was like that guy. That young man. His hopefully he grows up because he needs to. Let's do it.
That was a bad meltdown. As soon as that happened, you called it. You're like, this kid should be out of the game. I'm like, but he's their best receiver. And he proceeded to lose the rest of the game.
Look at this.
Hey, this looks like cousin It from the Addams Family.
Look at this shit though, like like what is going? Like, come on, man, you.
Oh my God.
Is that her?
That's her.
No.
Yeah, that's her.
That's Madonna?
Yep.
Holy shit. Go back to the video of her dancing though. Like, this is fucking bad, man. She got to hold on to that pole to keep her up and stuff. Like,
well, she's like strapped in with some type of harness.
Oh yeah, look, she's.
Was Madonna like a household name in Austria, Pat, or no?
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, do people like know of her in Austria, Madonna?
Yeah, of course.
She's from Italy, right? Like she's Italian.
No, she's not from Italy. Like
her ethnicity, she's Italian.
Yes.
No.
It's like this is like, do you ever get secondhand embarrassment? You guys ever get that? Like when you're embarrassed for somebody else?
Yeah.
I would like to know the picture you have of Austria if you ask if we know Madonna over here.
I don't know, man. I don't know how big I know like Michael Jackson would be a household name, like those guys, but I didn't know like Madonna.
No, it is.
Well, that was your geriatric section of the show.
So, this was crazy. I mean, can we take a look at Usher? Because I just want to have the comparison.
There was a new. Well, Usher's also still like 15 years older. You know.
All right, well, we can do Usher, and then after I got one Cisco after.
Ooh, okay, we got to take
a
Cisco. And Victor, for those asking about invoices, right? You guys just got to be patient. Like Thursday is really a day off, so. Wednesday, a lot of messages were coming through. Thursday's kind of a day off for Anna, and then Friday morning she gets back into it. So she needs a day off every now and then, or else she'll stab me. She's Dominican. She'll stab me.
A lot of Usher stuff is like
no, but there's a new video of him dancing though that's really bad. No, you gotta find like. There's one where he's like, it's really embarrassing. No.
Nah, okay, never mind. But
like he's on roller skates.
No. This isn't it.
But this is also weird, right? Because he totally stopped his career, but I don't know. Like
I met Usher in New York City, and he's a small man. I didn't realize. Sometimes I think you see these people, right? And you're like, oh my god, they're larger than life, and then you see them in person.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man, he's short dude. All right, well, we're not gonna be able to find this, so I'll have to queue it up for the next one. But let's see, Cisco.
What is it? Where was it? Yeah, I think it was this one. Yeah.
What thong song?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. What is he doing?
Look at this guy.
Like this is when you know you're no longer like an A-lister, right? When you're on like so. Oh my god.
No.
He has a ramp up. He's gonna do like a handstand thing. Gonna work up.
He's gonna do a handstand.
Yeah, like a little cartwheel or whatever. He's ramping up.
Oh shit.
There you go.
Ooh.
That wasn't that bad, actually.
Not
he did
bad,
that,
right? Yeah.
No, that ain't that bad.
Yeah.
You know this fucker was like dead the next day, though. At his age.
Got the Dr. Scholl's.
This dude was not. But this don't even look real. These guys look like they're like AI robots. Like the guys behind them, like
yeah, totally
look real.
Like those videos where you can cut in your face, and it's dancing like this.
Oh my god. All right, well, that was your choreography section for the day.
That was your old minute.
Yeah, but listen, Madonna's by far the worst.
Yeah.
Oh my god, why they can't stop? That's so weird.
I think just gracefully look at like my favorite woman besides Anna, Selma Hayek. She said, you know what? She went into her older years and she's beautiful and natural and authentic, and she's not like acting like she's 30, right?
Yeah, it's like Jennifer Lopez for me.
Jennifer Lopez too. She's another fine one. But Selma Hayek's more. I don't know. She kept her curves. Like Jennifer Lopez got really thin to me.
Yeah.
But both are beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. And then you got Madonna fucking clinching some fucking guide bar that you would find in a handicapped toilet. Like, it's all like just grabbing it and just hoping that she stays alive.
Strapped in with the hiker clips.
Yeah. I don't care what you guys are saying about Selma Hayek in those comments. You'll never change my view of Selma Hayek. Okay? Never. She's fucking gorgeous. And yes, I do remember her from Dusk Till Dawn. Jesus Christ. LeVar Ball, I bet you're gonna be busting a nut to fucking Madonna tonight now, buddy. All right, let's move on.
All right, did they ever give the prediction though?
Yeah, Niners.
Yeah, same here.
All right.
I don't think it's gonna take a lot to remember this, Leon.
Well, either way, I'm gonna go on the record. Let's go T-Swizzy. Rode the Chiefs all the way here. Let's take it home.
Nah.
Yeah. So then before we get to the next section, we only have 37.
I mean, Kelsey was crazy in that game against Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe what he thought it was 10 for 10.
What do you think, Pierre? Who's the better tight end, Kelsey or Gronk?
Gronk. It's not even close, man. Because listen, Kelsey's like a wide receiver, man. Like Gronk would block people. The thing is, like, for a tight end, if you can't block in the running game, what are you worth? Like, and I do agree. I think he's a fantastic receiver, but Gronk was a different level, man. I'm sorry. Gronk was like probably one. Not only was he so talented, like in catching the ball and running after the catch, but was also fantastic in the run game.
Who you got, Kittle or Kelsey?
I'm going. Listen, Kittle's he's a better blocker too.
Yeah. I can't wait to see McCaffrey because this is a guy I really like.
McCaffrey is a fucking beast.
He is, even though he's playing that long, right? So for a running back, that's really good.
Yeah. All right, so listen, why don't we do this? So I think maybe before we get into the next section, maybe we should drop the hat.
You got me unprepared.
Okay. No. Why don't I show mascots? Why don't I show the mascots while you?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just take some seconds.
What the fuck is Leon doing?
So you want to drop it now?
Yeah, let's drop it now.
Okay, perfect. No pressure.
Let's drop the thing now. Come on, man. You're a fucking computer wizard, man. You should be able to do this with your eyes closed by now.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the chip that Elon is creating, that I can drop with my brain.
Yeah, there you go.
Just so you all know, too, like this whole like dropping things on the website is fucking Pat, man. I didn't know what I signed up for when I first tried dropping a hat on this site. It is fucking wild.
But it's getting better with the new shop.
I gotta fucking do a couple cartwheels like Cisco to get it to fucking drop. It's like it's wild.
What do you think Mahomes has to do to really be in the GOAT talk, Pierre? Because they keep comparing him.
Head is not on.
Listen, here I'm a huge Brady fan. Everybody knows that. I fucking named my son after him. Okay, but their games are remarkably different. Mahomes to me I think at the end of his career, he's going to be in that conversation. I do. I believe he will be. But I also know his shelf life isn't going to be as long as Tom's based on the way they play the game. Tom was a pocket quarterback, pocket passer. Now, Mahomes is successful in the pocket, but a lot of his game is predicated on moving around, coming outside the pocket, doing some wild shit that you're going to lose, man, in a couple years. If he can adapt, right, and he can become a really solid pocket passer without needing all this other stuff, then yeah, I mean, he could.
Yeah, but don't you think that these times are over? It's not like the classic quarterback in the pocket. It's like more running and moving, more mobility, like in college.
Yeah, it could be, but how does that change the fact that he's going to lose some of that ability?
I think it's very hard to compare both because the times are different. The longer it takes. It was like when you looked at Lamar Jackson last week, this was so weird because the pocket collapsed, he moved around, and then suddenly the pocket was again here, and he went to the pocket. This is crazy, right?
Yeah, but I think like I agree with you on the different times and stuff. What I'm saying is, if let's say that's how the games play now, okay, fine. But I think
sorry. Do you maybe? I just want to ask a question in another way. Do you like if quarterbacks are running?
No.
Yeah, me too. I hate it. I hate this because it always has to me the ability that you are not able to throw. You know.
I think there's a lot of like baseball's the same way. If your game is predominantly predicated on speed.
Mm-hmm.
There's a much higher probability that you're going to see a decline once you get past like 33. It's just the way it is. Like, because you lose a step. And I think like I really do like Mahomes. I'm not a big fan of Mahomes, but I'm a fan of the way he plays. How can you deny it? He's exceptionally talented. But I don't know. You can't project this guy's total career yet. You just can't. That's just how I feel.
Even though he lost some weapons, he is still able to get with the team to the Super Bowl.
And Trippy Ricky, I'm trying to understand something. Because a QB has mobility, he can't throw. I didn't say that. I don't know if you're referring to me or somebody else, but I didn't say he can't throw. I'm saying like a lot of the plays that he makes are outside of the pocket when he's scrambling.
Mm-hmm.
And if you lose a step in a game where the players and the defenses are as fast as they are, if you lose a step, you're going to get fucked up.
Yeah, no, I think he refers to what I said. This was not what I meant. If he has mobility, he can throw. But it looks like, that the trend is going to more that quarterbacks are running, right?
100%.
I mean,
you see it everywhere.
Yeah, I see it everywhere. Yeah? And this is a little bit, I don't know.
Oh, I got you, Trippy. Okay. Yeah, I think, listen, man, who would have expected Tom to play as long as he did?
And that's another thing. If you run that much, you cannot play that long.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my point. That's my point. Like, it's like any game, any player that's got their game predicated on speed is going to lose a step, and it's going to become dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you lose a step, like I said, I don't want to repeat myself too many times, but if you lose a step in the NFL, those defensive ends are not losing a step.
Mm-hmm.
These fucking guys are getting switched out, and they're fast. They're fucking fast. You lose a step, those scrambles turn into sacks. That's my point. So if he can get to a place where he develops a good pocket presence and can be absolutely amazing in that pocket and not need to do those wild things, he's going to have a really long career.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Brady is 2-0 against Mahomes. The game, the rules, Souls, have changed it. It's not a running game anymore.
Mahomes still has a long way to go, but it almost feels like he had way more weapons than Brady did.
Oh, come on. Tom Brady. Yeah, you and I talked about this, right? Brady's weapons early in his career, his number one receiver was fucking Troy Brown. Troy Brown was 5'10" or 5'9" or some shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And then after that, I think his number one receiver was Deion Branch. Then they started giving him some talent. Then you got Randy Moss. You had, Aaron Hernandez and Gronk. You got Wes Welker. You got some guys in there. But initially, he wasn't given any weapons, man.
Can you argue it the other way? Like Brady was gifted a lot of good defenses?
Yeah, I mean, he was.
Yeah.
He was. But early in his career, the defense carried the team. Early, I'm talking like the first Super Bowl. That was an epic defense that took down the Rams, and the Rams were the best show on turf, so to speak, what they were called. But now, I'm telling you, man. After that, though, it became like, listen, without Tom Brady, that team wasn't winning like that. All right, so we talked a lot about this. I think we can move on here, right?
Mm-hmm. Going to do the preview, the second part of the preview.
Let's do it. We can do the we'll go through the mascots. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So people, first of all, I think y'all know I'm not a huge mascot fan. I said it, but you all were asking, so this is what we did. So Pat and I sat down and said, you know what we want to do? We're going to do some nice, clean mascot hats. Black hats, green unders. You have the mask on the front, and we want to do some sort of team insignia on the side. Mm-hmm. We just felt that was a better way to go. It just matches really nicely to me. So this one is listen, this is like Pat's love child here, Mr. Met. So you got Mr. Met here taking a swing, and what we did was, I don't know if you guys can see it, we used like metallic pewter for the swing. You see that, guys, right? That metallic pewter in there, just to keep it cleaner. And you've got metallic blue. You got a lot of metallics in your Pat. You got anything to say about this hat?
I love it.
I know you do.
No, super classic. I think this was the right way to go. Not making them too crazy. I mean, you can't go wrong with the black dome.
Yeah, and Pat's been in the game longer than me, obviously. So for me, I'm learning how to like divide. Like, all right, do I like this stuff? And I'm not a fan of mascot hats. I can't lie to you guys. I'm not a fan. But I know people wanted them, and we wanted to do them slightly differently to kind of attract people to them. So here's Orbit. And again, we use the Astros word mark on the side.
Mm-hmm.
These for me felt more like grown-up hats, and I know it's hard to say, but I wanted to leave feeling like we made hats for men, adult men. It wasn't too colorful, too wild, but they look like adult hats. That's what we were trying to accomplish.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can put that up. That was kind of funny.
I clicked the wrong one.
No, but that was kind of actually funny.
Sometimes the comments come quick.
Here's Wally. And tell us in the comments, do you think we made them look more adult than what you've seen out there? Because that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear from you guys. And we got 2 more to go. And I think these 2 are probably my favorites. Execution.
Oh, yeah.
One. So take a look at this one. So we use that Philly fanatic. You see that star that kind of symbolizes the contact the bat makes with the ball?
Yep.
And we used my favorite Phillies word mark on the side. I love this thing.
Yep. That's great.
So listen, I think the key here was, when Pat and I put these together, was minimize the wacky Crayola crayon colors. Use black and green. And they just really make them pop with some metallics and a nice word mark on the side. I think that's kind of what we try to accomplish here.
Yep.
Now, I made fun of this logo, but this is probably my favorite of the pack in terms of how it came out.
I get fucking hungry when I see that logo.
Well,
but I always remember, in comparison, your hat and this hat now, that these were probably the worst hot dogs I've ever had in my whole life in Hartford. Remember the $1 hot dogs?
They were pretty fucking terrible. Brady polished off 8 of them.
Yeah, but I think he regret afterwards.
Oh yeah, we were walking back. He was like, "Oh, I should have eaten that many." What do you guys think of this one? So with this one, we decided to use the LA.
Look at the copper.
Yeah, look at that copper dog.
The copper sausage.
Look at that copper glizzy.
Oh,
this thing came out pretty damn good.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, he's colored more like a Italian sausage than a hot dog, but I like it.
Leon, shut up.
Italian sausage.
That's a different price tier for hot dogs. You usually got to pay more for those.
What do you think, though? I like this one, man. In the comments, why don't you guys write down which one is your favorite? We'd love to hear from you. And did we make these look more adult? I'd love to hear that too. We'd love the feedback. Did we accomplish the mission we set out for? And this is phase 1. There's going to be more coming. And if you guys want to write in the comments too, what teams you'd like to see, put them in the comments. But this is the phase 1 Holy Mascot pack. So take a look at this.
Put your go-to condiment for the hot dog.
What's your go-to condiment for hot dogs, Pat?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you put on your hot dog?
Oh, this is a special sausage that you don't have over there. It's called. Now this is getting complex. It's called Käsekreiner.
What?
You have to Google it.
I would have to know to spell that first.
Yeah, I can type it into the chat here.
All
okay.
Right. Let's do it.
Leon, let's make him big. I'd love to see his facial expressions as he talks about this.
Käsekreiner. This is something very special. This is my favorite sausage. It's like stuffed with cheese.
Can we Google it?
Hell yeah.
I'd love to learn a little bit of Austrian's like glizzy history. The best hot dogs though are outside of Fenway Park.
Yeah, put the right one. Yeah, exactly. So, no, the one on the side. Can you see the cheese popping out of that shit? Ah, that's so good. Can you take in the second row the second picture?
This one?
Yeah. So you can see there's cheese inside, right?
Oh, it's infused with cheese?
Yeah, it's infused with cheese. That's
Anna always says it won't go down easy unless it's cheesy. Anna says that all the time.
Exactly. So this is the shit.
Yeah,
we probably get multi-billionaires if we introduce that to the US market.
Well, Pat, I guess you and I have our next business venture.
Well, how do you top it though? Like, what do you put?
Ketchup and mayonnaise.
I would put mayonnaise. That's interesting.
No one likes mustard, eh? Damn.
No, yeah. You can eat it with mustard and horseradish.
Leon went into a Bronx bodega, right, and asked for a fucking chopped cheese with mustard and pickles.
Not just, but ketchup, mustard, extra pickles, and I think mayo was in it. But
this looks good though. The best hot dogs I've had, right, are outside of Fenway. They're fucking amazing, man. Not the ones inside Fenway, the ones outside of Fenway. It's absolute. Oh my god, man, Pat! Next time you're here, we gotta go to the Red Sox game. I gotta take you there because it is just absolutely amazing, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Now, the worst sausage I've had is something called morcilla. So when I lived in Puerto Rico, they took me up into the mountains, right? And morcilla is like blood sausage.
Oh, you don't like that? I love that.
Dude, it was fucking disgusting. First of all, I didn't feel like it was very sanitary. I could feel like, you know, in a place like, nah, this ain't like, I'm going to be a tetanus shot after that.
This is big time in Europe, in Austria too. I just put it into the chat.
Dude, first of all, I drove up the side of this mountain, right? And I thought I was gonna fucking die. It felt like there was maybe 2 inches of space for the tires, like outside of it. It was fucking crazy. Chicken coops everywhere. They took me up there, and I had
this one.
Bloodwurst.
Yeah, Blutwurst, sausage.
Oh man, I don't even want to look at it.
Now that's big time. That's really big time. But it's different, you know. You cannot eat it every day. It's like
I'm good on that shit, man.
Yeah, there's actually no meat in there. It's just blood.
My diet consists of like Raisin Bran Crunch, protein shakes, spaghetti, pizza, hamburgers and steak, chicken. Like I don't venture too far off those roads. Nah, I'm good, man.
You can have a whole series where you just try different cuisines, Pierre, because
That's what vault choose from the vault was supposed to be. Remember?
Yeah, you have an untouched palate.
It's an untarnished palate.
Depends on where you want to look at it.
Anna's always trying to get me to try new food. I'm like, nah, man.
No,
you gotta do it. Fuck it. Just do it for the camera.
Yeah. Well.
And then no, but what the thing is, I think you get it into your head mentally. You just got to eat it, and then we tell you after what it is. Because if you know before, then you've already
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
The last time when I've been to New York, I was at the Spotlight. They had barbecue fried chicken and Korean barbecue fried chicken, and they had a burger, and it was like fried 4 times or something like that. So chicken burger. Oh my god, this was the craziest stuff I've ever eaten.
Yeah.
I burnt my whole mouth because it was that delicious and so fucking hot, but I still ate it. And I already recognized in the first bite that I burned my whole mouth, but I don't give a shit. It was so good.
Next time you're down, you and I have to do some content for Choose from the Vault and Brews from the Vault.
Yes. Yeah, probably if we do something for Brews from the Vault, we should go with Eric.
Oh, yeah. No, we could. We could.
Yeah. And we have to go to Magnolia and kill the big one. The big one.
Magnolia Bakery.
Or we ask them when we go in, how much is the whole tray? And if we can get the whole tray, and then we sit together and eat the whole tray.
I bet we could.
Do you think they will sell us the whole tray?
They'll sell us anything.
And then we sit in front of the MLB store and eat the whole tray.
We gotta do it, man. I think we can get a camera guy, right, to follow us around for one day. Yeah. And the other thing we have to do is when Leon's down and you're down, we're gonna do this pizza trip, right, in Connecticut. We'll go to all these different pizza places. We're gonna hit them all. We're gonna make David Portnoy jealous of our trip.
You get 1 or 2 slices per restaurant, and then you're out. On to the next one.
It's got to be one slice the way we're gonna.
Sometimes when they cut it, it's a small slice. Like we share a pie, basically.
Oh man! All right. Well, all right. We gotta get back to we got some more has to show, right?
Yeah. So we're on the last one.
Everything else. All right. There's not. So we're getting towards the tail end here, but we wanted to show off some different stuff here. So you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We're going to start with the hat I'm wearing. I want you guys to get a good look at it uncurved.
I'm so ready for this. They hit in today. So
look, everybody. You got to look. Everyone get excited. It's got black guts because Pat told me no hockey fan wants white guts.
Yep.
Can I just say one thing about the black guts? Like, you don't even know when it's dirty. And that bothers me. But hey,
that's true. That's true.
Look at this thing, man. And right in the comments, we've done 4, but there was 3 with this logo, right? You had the first one that was like Hartford Whalers colors. The second one was like blacked out. And then you've got this one. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. Which one was your favorite?
That's hard to say, but probably this one.
Yeah, I think so too.
It might be this one, yeah. Although the Hartford one was really good.
All right, so let's see.
This one is perfect. I bought that Rangers jersey last time when I was in New York.
Look at this thing.
Look at that.
The Conrad.
This thing's so crazy, man.
This was the best decision we made to say we coppered that motherfucker out.
You and I were worried about it too, remember?
Yeah. This is for all the people who like feet.
All you foot fetish guys out there.
Yeah.
Double feet.
Double feet.
The Eugene Emeralds is one of my favorite teams to do.
Yeah.
You know what, Pat? We have to do another one with him on the front.
Yeah. Not flag tarn. Another one. Can you show the front logo again? You know what's always weird on these? Can you see that detailed embroidery on the green?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So this is always the Emeralds are the only team who have such detailed embroidery on their, like on the E. They also have this something like that, which is so different.
I love it. You're right. You can see texture in it almost.
The texture, yeah, and this is only on the Emeralds, so they put so much effort in their logos.
They do a great job with merchandising, with their marketing. Great job.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go to one.
Like wood too. The M.
Yeah.
Like wood texture.
Yeah, it's got a wood texture to it. So this one, just so everyone's aware, right? We want to do Vero Beach. Vero Beach, we did an era flip on this. So the Vero Beach, right? That used to be a Dodgers affiliate.
Yeah.
So we put the white button on there. You got all that metallic green and you got that metallic blue in there.
I love that logo. I love it.
And this we figure would be a nice springtime color.
Yeah.
It's a little bit brighter. Got some brighter tones to it. Green under. Just want to keep it nice and clean. This thing came out pretty smooth. All right, we got a Major League hat I'm going to show you. I did show this on my Instagram today, but I want to show you guys.
Oof.
That's so good, that logo. I love it. That's such a clean hat.
I love this thing.
Yeah.
That script is different. It's just nice. Metallic red pops. And people are asking, is this black or navy? This is navy. We did it in Cardinals colors.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought it was time to give St. Louis another hat. All right, so this one's a sleeper.
No,
at first I was like, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but this thing turned out amazing. The Colorado Sky Sox.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
Nice one.
Hezzy 2.0. All right. We're going to end with two more hats. So another team that Pat and I explored that we thought was fantastic was the Louisville Bats. So we got two of them. If you guys remember, we did a White Sox hat a little while back that had a black poly crown and a black satin visor. So we went and did that again. I don't know if you guys kind of get that look there. Let me do it like this so you can see that, right?
It's got that Gotham City vibes.
Yep. Nice, clean, wearable, shiny, beautiful.
There's never any good L hats, so I appreciate this one a lot.
Look, no, but that's a good fucking logo, right? With the wings coming off of it.
Yeah, man. It's like a mean leaders logo.
I love it, man. I love it. Look at that.
That
Look at that
side patch is
looking like a
crazy.
medallion, right?
Yeah, that side patch is crazy. What?
Yeah, it's so crazy. It reminds me a lot about Martini.
The bat, yeah, the bat. That's what we modeled it after. Remember?
Yeah.
So, this one I like better though. I like them both. I love them both, but this one is fucking crazy.
Look at these small bats. Oh, isn't that a fantastic hat? I mean, come on.
Red satin brim.
It was exactly the right decision to make that red satin brim on this one. Jesus.
I was so excited when I pulled this one out of the box. Like, oh my God, this thing is banger.
Side patch is good too.
And you guys got to remember, I'm a guy who has 15,000 hats. So if I pull something out, I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking great, right? And I got to be honest with you guys. Every hat that we did, that we showed you here today, especially from this last section here, I was just wowed by. I love this thing, man. Let's do a poll. Which of these two is better? I'd love to hear from everybody. So you got two Louisville Bats here, right? Because they're very different in respect to like colorways and stuff. This one feels like really like almost like liquid metal. It just feels like that, right? You got that black satin brim. You got the gray undervisor. You got that. Look at this thing, right? Or this one. Look at that bat, man.
It's a tight race.
What's your favorite, Leon? What's your favorite of the two?
I lean the L because I can never have enough L hats in my in my repertoire.
Yeah. Well, this was our longest late night with Pat and Pierre.
Yep.
Pat, now we're back in the same day. We're on the same day now together.
Yeah.
So, beginning of the show, different day, and the
time
show,
travel.
same day. Yeah, we're time traveling.
Welcome to my day.
Listen, man, I just can't express enough. You know, and Pat, you had a couple of posts that really stood out to me. The post that you did talking about how you and I are just really big sport fans in it, and you and I will get on calls and just talk sports, and even the playoff game, right? You're still awake watching the Ravens game, and we're texting back and forth, and everything we do, we're not we're in a fashion game, right? This is a fashion game, but our roots are in sports, which is why I think it's been going so well for us, you know.
Yeah,
and I absolutely love this. And the other thing is, listen, man, I know it was my own post, but I really had a lot of time to think about it. Working with your family is not easy. You know, sometimes I have to tell my mom, hey, Mom, you messed this up, or hey, Dad, you should have done it this way. And it's always awkward, right? Because these are the people that raised me, and you're kind of reversing roles. And then, sometimes I want to strangle my son when, you've seen me with Brady. I love my son, but sometimes I want to strangle him, because he's fucking around and stuff. But I don't think I've had more fun in my professional career than I am right now. It's a lot of work. Yeah. And I'll tell you guys too, I didn't realize how hard it was until I started doing it. So shout out to Pat for doing this for so long, because this is not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do because, in a lot of places, you're basically downloading what you need to do next. This is not how it works here. It's Pat and I figuring shit out, and it's been amazing, man. Just kind of figuring out with Pat, and it's interesting because we came in, we connected during a time when the market's changing drastically. But it's been so much fun, man. It's been so much fun. I absolutely, and I also love the fact that I get to work with Leon, Snap, Jason when we're doing the Views from the Vault stuff. It's been just an amazing fucking year, man. Amazing.
And you know what's crazy? Or sometimes when I think about it, it's I think we are in such a good position because we are not creating hats because we need to create hats that follow a certain trend. So we are in the lucky position that we take our passion for sports and transfer that into hats. And this is our big advantage overall, because I think when you think about, what's next? We did thousands, 10,000s of hats, right? And at the end of the day, it's always what's next? What's next? But this sports stuff is endless. It's an endless resource of creating new stuff, and we are moving so many things around, going to AHL, going to NHL, and all that stuff. And I bet in 2 years you will have more knowledge about soccer too, Pierre. This is something. This is but
I want to. I do. I don't have. I want to. I just, I think the beauty of it too. You and I come from similar backgrounds though. We don't come from money. We don't come from money. We don't come, we're not, it's not like it. We came from hardworking people.
Exactly.
And but there's a lot of things that are different too, American culture versus Austrian culture and all that kind of stuff. And we're learning from each other, I absolutely love I love listening to Arnold Schwarzenegger now because it reminds me of that. But I think this has been just a fantastic journey, and I think people don't realize how much work it is. So one thing, Pat, that I want you and I to commit to is at some point I think there needs to be a vlog of like a day in the life for both of us.
Yes, there needs to be something. And I want to add something because what you said regarding family, it makes me so proud when I see what you are doing over there with the whole family. And there was one day, which was probably the best days in our lives when we still remember. And I talked to Julia very often about that. It was when your mom said, when we were at your parents' house and had the best burgers I've ever had in my whole life. and your mom said, whenever you come over here, you have now a home. And this was, this means a lot to me, really.
Yeah.
And all that stuff, when we're talking about business and all that stuff, but this is the stuff that really matters.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. 100%. And someday I'll go to Austria if they'll allow me into the country.
Käsekreiner, soccer, and beer. And cigarettes and coffee shops. That's what we are.
Listen, I want to thank everybody. This was fantastic. And Pat, thank you for being a great partner. You're like a brother to me. You know that. Leon, you as well. You're someone that's so important to me.
Something very important at the end, because I don't want to forget about that. So Mr. Leon Jen sent me something over because he knows I'm a huge hockey fan. And this means I need to go back on the ice. Julia already knows it because this has a cut to wear on the ice. And look at this fantastic thing. I mean, I cannot get it on because it's very big, but it has, of course, the captain's patch. Yeah. That's very important. And it got Pat Lander 24, and at the end on the bottom there is also a Topperzstore script for the
European advertising.
Yes, the European advertising. So this is a beauty. Thank you very much, Leon, for that. And,
my pleasure.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Pat, I gotta bring up one more thing because we were really quick, right? And this is for those that don't know, I had a company called Good Hats in the United States.
Yeah.
And Good Hats was more of a private label company that was philanthropic. So basically the focus was to make great products, but then to give back to places like Shriners and different like children's hospitals. And there was a stopbullying.org. There was all kinds of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And soon, Pat and I are putting the final touches on rectifying that to be a joint effort between Pat and myself. And obviously some other partners. But remember, while it's not going to be what we're wearing now, these are different sorts of hats. These are going to be, they're cool, but they're different, right? But remember, I want you all sharing that out to other people too, because the good thing about this company is it's going to be giving back. And I want to make sure everybody knows that. So that's one of the cornerstones of that. So if you're not following Good Hats on Instagram yet, Good Hats Co., go over there and follow it. There's going to be stuff coming. Pat and I are working. We're spending a lot of time working on stuff for that because that's like another part of what we do. So I just want to make sure that you're all aware of that too. Mm-hmm. And that's it. So with that, I want to thank all of you for joining us this evening. I want to thank you, Leon, for the moderating and getting us kind of organized here. And for now, Leon, big fella, take us away.
Yeah, make sure you guys are dropping a like on the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you haven't done so already. For Leon, Pat, and Pierre, we're out of here.
See everybody.